What's up, YouTube? This your boy Clarence over here in Pursuit of Freedom. Financial freedom is always the pursuit, baby. I dropped some coin in this his Sunworks a few days ago. Let's look at Sunworks for a second. Because it is uptrend. I think I'm in it nope. I'm in it on this day right here, as a matter of fact, at the top. And if I would have shorted it right there at $1.08, I'd be in a good position right now. But right now I'm down damn near 2K in that position. I went on ahead and entered a short sale position on this here solely because whenever you get a move of 398%, it's bound to do some pulling back. It is bound to do some pulling back. You know what I'm saying? So I only went with 100 shares, $1,900 position. It's just paper trading, but just practicing to the short sale side, right? Let's look at the market. I'm gonna look at it a little differently today. I like to look at the Wilshire 5,000. 5,000 companies total market index is telling me what the entire market is doing. And the entire market is pulling back to the tune of 1% or better, 1.26%. Dow, NASDAQ, S&P, Amazon. You see how Amazon look just like one of these indexes? Let's look at Google. Google looks very similar to one of these indexes. So if you see what the market is doing, you look at the Amazon is doing the same thing. Google is doing the same thing. AutoZone, such a potent stock, man. I had no clue that AutoZone was this big. Okay, let's say you bought it at the beginning of January. You'd be up 20-something% on your money right now. That's much better than the bank. But I really just wanted to look at those three. This video right here, right now, is truthfully supposed to be about one stock that I've been in love with for a small minute, and that's Enphase. So let me type that in on the ticker. Let's take a look at it. So Enphase Energy, technology sector, semiconductor equipment and materials. It's a solar company. Solar technology is the future, getting away from fossil fuels so we can stop warming our planet, global warming, by putting carbon into our atmosphere, right? And they heavily involved with that, at least utilizing the energy of the sun as a energy resource. That's renewable energy. We are in desperate need. So you see, I've already looked at the news, but when I first seen this news, this was 2 days ago. So I'm gonna click on that one first. So on the 29th, Enphase Energy announces offering. Whenever I see this here word right here, I now know that I need to be careful with a stock whenever I see that word right there. Of 120 million in convertible senior notes due 2024. So they got 5 years to operate this, to do this exercise of diluting the stock. You know what I mean? It's another way to say it. Today announced that it intends to offer, subject to market condition and other factors, 120 million aggregate principal amount of convertible senior notes due 2024. The notes in a private placement to qualified institutional buyers. So people are going to buy these shares pursuant to Rule 144A under the Securities Act of 1933. I don't know what that Securities Act is. And some of these SEC filings, these securities SEC filings, are difficult to read and difficult to understand. So Enphase also expects to grant the initial purchaser the notes a 13-day option to purchase up to an additional 12 million aggregate principal amount of the notes to cover over allotments, if any. Now, I'm not going to read all of this here because it doesn't really tell you what's happening. As an investor, they don't really want you to know what's about to happen to the stock. They want you to keep buying it so that the person who they're going to sell the shares to, who's only going to sell the shares, you know what I'm saying, who's only going to sell the shares at a certain price, and then the stock usually falls for some time. You know what I mean? Or it's going to take a big dip. You know, and you can move your money out the way, allow this big dip to occur, and because I do think this might be a strong company. I don't fall in love with no company regardless though. I'm putting my money into the market to make money. And when stuff like this pops up, I move my money out of the way, allow this to take place, and then I'll pick my shares back up at a cheaper price. But I don't lock in 40 something percent gains. I'm out at 15.85 the very next day because I ain't playing with it. You know what I'm saying? There's so many opportunities to make money out here. This ain't the only one. But let's keep reading a smidget bit. Let me find the word. There we go. Dilution, dilutive effect. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I mean, I don't have to read the whole thing. And plus, this is designed for you not to understand it. uh, it could affect the number of shares and the value of the consideration of the note to that note holders will receive upon conversion of the note. Um, and they got all sorts of dates and stuff in here. All right, so that's the 29th. They also Enphase energy surge. Okay, so this was the same news 2 days ago. They took the oh no, they left the offering in there. Okay. Oh no, 2 hours ago. Announced its pricing. See, it did take offering out. Announced its offering. Now they're announcing pricing of 120 million, 100%, 1.0 percentage is 100% convertible senior notes. You know what I mean? Why they just put, you know, what it is? And it's pretty much saying the same thing. They just put the news out there again, and now they're putting some prices on it. $20 a share there, 15.77 there. You know, it can be so confusing when you're trying to read this as a person who wants to invest in the company. You know what I'm saying? Uh, they looking to raise capital, and that's what a stock is for, really. A stock is any company's personal fundraiser. The company can choose to pull money out of the stock that shareholders have put there at any given time that they feel like. You know what I'm saying? They can take that capital and inject it back into their business to help their business grow even more. You know what I mean? So that's supposedly what goes on with it. Some companies, some stocks take advantage of their stock. You know what I'm saying? For that reason. Sometimes I've read up on cases where CEOs are getting paid out of the stock because the company ain't no real company. They're not making any money, but they got a stock and they were able to get people to believe in it to put their money in it, right? So you got to protect capital at all costs. You got to do the research. You got to be in, got to have your eyes on the prize, more to say. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep your mind where you need to be. That the phrase "mind your business" is truthfully just that, not just somebody talking about some BS over there and you just being nosy. No, keep your mind on your business. That's how your business grow. I don't want to talk on that too long though. I'll just say if you're in phase, be careful because they just announced an offering. Hey, uh, yeah, I'm out. I got out yesterday at 15.85. I didn't have that many shares anyway, and all I was going to do was try to add to it. But whenever I read that very next day, look what happened to the stock. Well, the market also just been looking ugly, so that could have been the reason why I sold a tad bit. But actually, the market pushed higher yesterday. Enphase was selling yesterday, so I'm thinking investors are people who read that news and was getting out the way. Off the high, Enphase is a max fall of about 10%, but it's been bought back up, you know. So it could end up pushing higher with time, but I'm gonna protect capital. I'm gonna protect my capital because I come over here and I can do this here. See this here? I like this. This is my scanner right here. This is my scanner. I have no scanner. I click this button, bang, and then I scan through stocks myself. So I got my intraday chart to the left, the daily chart to the right, and I find something like this GNCA. Woo, look at this daily chart. This is looking like it's worthy of being traded. Look at, God dang, look at all that cake. Nice dip right here, and it's starting to move. 10:30 a.m. This is usually when I stop because I got to go to work, so I'll be trying to get some sleep. But that's a 10% move off a bounce right now. I'm not looking to trade too much of that today because today is a selling type day. So solely has came back because I started my short position at 1962, and right about around where it opened at 1966 is where it opened up at. Uh, then I'm gonna hold that because I got a strange feeling that that's gonna come down. Hold that for a day or two. See what happens with that. Now, you never really want to see what happens. Um, but the reason why I wanted to get short, truthfully, you see where I got short, you see where I sold, I seen that it cracked through the VWAP. So I waited for an uptick, went ahead and entered the short position, and I probably could have locked in gains down here at 1874 on just 100 shares because I'm practicing short selling, so I'm not going to go too crazy with it just yet. Just to hone in. This is flight simulation practice. It's Michael Jordan in the backyard mastering the game of basketball. Practice. Be yapping for 10 minutes, man. So if you're in Enphase, you are at Enphase. Be careful. Be careful. Protect capital. If you find any of this information helpful, you liked any of it, informative, any of that, you did like the information, leave comments, hit the like button. Let's pursue freedom.